This year sees the third annual running of the DDF Racer Circuit Thermalito Community Event. And for THERMALITO22, we're going all American.
On Saturday, 26th November 2022, Circuit Thermalito in California will play host to its first ever IndyCar race as part of the DDF Racer Thermalito22 Community Event. Based on real-life roads and recreated in Assetto Corsa, this 3.25-mile temporary road course winds its way around the Thermalito pumping generating plant with an awesome mix of hairpins, high-speed bank sweepers, and long straights. Get ready for 61 laps of sim racing action, which will put the drivers to the ultimate test and see the cars reaching top speeds over 200 miles per hour. And of course, it wouldn't be a DDF Racer community event without the Ford Transit vans. So by popular demand, they're back again this year hosting not one, but 2 support races. 4 laps in each race, with race 2 featuring a full reverse grid. Make sure to secure your spot by going to ddf.justrace.net and registering today.
Thank you, Jared. That's right. With only 30 grid spots available for each of these races, I'm expecting them to fill up pretty quickly. ddf.justrace.net is where you need to go to secure your spot on the grid because, and this is important, you can't just turn up on the day and join. There are no passwords. This is a registration-only server. Speaking of servers, for the Transit Trophy, the server will open at 8 PM UTC, and the IndyCars are at 9 PM UTC on Saturday, the 26th of November. Conversions to other time zones are up on the screen right now, and for those of you in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, it's worth noting that THERMALITO22 will actually be in the early hours of the morning on Sunday, the 27th, so better get the coffee ready. The Transit Trophy will consist of a 10-minute practice session and 10 minutes of qualifying, followed by a 5-minute warm-up before the 2 4-lap races, with race 2 featuring a full reverse grid. And for the main event, the DDF Racer Thermalito22 IndyCar race, will be 20 minutes of practice, 15 minutes of qualifying, and a 10-minute warm-up before the flag drops, and we get 61 laps of racing. Now this main race is expected to run for about 1 hour 40, so with tyres that wear out and with fuel tanks that definitely won't make the distance, pit stops will be required, and I'm expecting plenty of different strategies to be at play here. There's also going to be a safety car, driven by DDF community legend Olaf, for any large incidents which may happen during the race. Because of this, voice comms are mandatory for all drivers. Now you don't need a microphone, but you do need to be able to hear these voice comms if you are taking part in the main IndyCar race. Because, well, if you're not there, how are you going to hear the calls for the safety car? It is very important. We want everybody to be on the same page, so voice comms are mandatory. If there is anybody in the server at the end of qualifying who isn't in the voice comms channel, then you will be kicked from the server. You have been warned. For everything you need to take part in the THERMALITO22 event, the download links for Circuit Thermalito itself and all of the required cars in Assetto Corsa, check out the video description, where you'll also find the link to the DDF Racer Discord server for those mandatory voice comms I just mentioned. You can also find the full event details on the Discord server for things like tyre wear, fuel usage, damage, and the weather. If you have any questions about the event, then please leave them in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until race day, make sure you get plenty practice in to get yourself familiar with both the car and the circuit before the green flag drops at THERMALITO22. I'll see you there.